The lungs of the earth are going to be given back to it, which is all these trees and all of these flowers, and it's going to be a whole total different vibration.
The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary. And I will make the place of my feet glorious. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice in thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fella is come up against us.
Because the Lord is going to restore everything. You're going to have a total different vibration on the earth, a total different smell. You're not going to be walking down the street and smell shit and piss, and no foul odors or nothing like that, because the lungs of the earth are going to be given back to it, which is all these trees and all of these flowers, and it's going to be a whole total different vibration. You're going to see the aura and how things are going to change and how elevated things are going to be. Our senses are going to be heightened, Everything about us is going to be glorified.
The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary. And I will make the place of my feet glorious. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice in thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fella is come up against us. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers, and peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners who came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. All right, so we made it to the final stretch. All right, of 1 Corinthians, 15, chapter 15, and this goes into us being changed. The new bodies. We have to look forward to. Which one of the perks. This is one of the perks of being the chosen people. All right, of being the sons of God. Okay, the Lord is going to change us. Okay, and make us immortal. Okay, that's one of the perks of the covenant. All right, in which no other nation will partake in this. Okay, and that's why it's going to be a major difference between Israelites, okay, and the rest of these nations. Okay, it's going to be way beyond just social status. Okay, as Jake is trying to make, what's getting ready to happen to the heathen something cute. Nah. All right, they finna be punished. Well, that's another, topic. All right, they're going to be punished, and we're finna be rewarded. Okay, on a level this earth has never seen. People have seen nations and people get rich before. Okay, that's something that's been seen. All right, but people have never seen. All right, these people, the earth has never seen people be changed into immortals. Okay, that's something the earth has never seen. All right, so when you go to 1 Corinthians 15 and 35, Apostle Apostle Paul is going to go into that. And there's plenty, precepts, all right, that back this up. Now let's go to 1 Corinthians 15:35. It said, but someone may ask, how will the dead be raised? What kind of bodies will they have? Okay, because this chapter, Paul is confounding, a heresy, okay, a false doctrine, that had infiltrated the church of Corinth about there not being a resurrection. Okay, so now he's expounding, okay, on the new bodies, all right, that we're going to come into, all right, that we're going to be rewarded with, even those that have died in Yahushua, well, they're going to be raised up into the new body. They're going to be resurrected, okay, into new bodies. Okay. So you go to 1 Corinthians 15:36. It says, what a foolish question. When you put a seed into the ground, it doesn't grow into a plant unless it dies first. Okay. And there's two aspects of death, because as we die daily in this world, okay, we're becoming immortal in Yahushua. All right. All the way into the time of us being changed. Okay. And if we have to be martyrs, you have brothers, believers that have died in the truth, died believing, okay, then they're going to be resurrected immortal. So each way, each death, whether it's a spiritual death of the old man and the resurrection of the new man, okay, as it comes to our conduct, our spirit, our mind, okay, the new man has been resurrected in us. Okay, and that new man longs for the new body. Okay, the heavenly body of righteousness. You see, or you have believers, that's going to physically die. All right, and be resurrected in those heavenly bodies. But both paths lead to, okay, the heavenly body. That's why when you go let's go here to the book of Romans. Let's say, is it might be the 11th or the 8th chapter? Let's see. So Romans chapter 11. Must be 8. Okay. It'll be Romans the 8th chapter. All right. And it's just to expound on how, we can't, because what the Lord is going to do is him showing love. This is the Lord showing love to his people, us having the truth, this understanding, us being delivered, those new bodies. It's all love, and nothing can separate the elect, okay, from the Most High's love, okay? He wants to do good to his people, and even death, or physical death can't separate that. Romans 8:31 says, what shall we say about such wonderful things as these? If the Most High is for us, who can be against us? Since he did not spare even his own son, but gave him up for all of us, won't he also give us everything else? Okay, so if he gave us Yahushua, okay, to be a sacrifice, what won't the Lord give us? Okay, what won't Yahushua give his people whom he loves? Okay, and the Lord's going to shower his people with blessings, man. And those new bodies are a part of it. It says, who dares accuses us whom the Most High has chosen for his own? Okay, Israel. No one, all right, because Esau finna get ready to accuse us. He's going to sentence some of us to death. Life sentence, man. Listen. Listen, man. Esau ain't talking about a goddamn thing, man. This is what we on. Okay? It says, no one, for the Most High himself has given us right standing with himself, man. Okay, so the Lord set it up for the elect to be in good standings with him. No one can separate that. Even a death penalty can't separate that, man. Imprisonment can't separate that. Okay, the Lord finna do what he finna do. Okay, it said verse 34, who then will condemn us? No one, for Hamashiach, Yahushua died for us and raised us to life. All right, and was raised to life for us, and he is sitting in the place of honor at the Most High's right hand, pleading for us. Can anything ever separate us from Yahushua's love? Okay, does it mean he no longer loves us if we have trouble or calamity or are persecuted or hungry or destitute or in danger or threatened with death? Okay, so these circumstances doesn't mean that we're not loved. As we're getting ready to go through things, we gotta be tried. Okay, and that favor gonna kick in right on time, man. And we're enjoying the favor of the Lord now with the comfort. Okay, so our circumstances are gonna change as Esau is transitioning. Okay, attempting to transition into his new order. Okay, our circumstances are gonna change. All right, but our good standings with our power not gonna change, man. As the scriptures say, for we are killed every day, we are being slaughtered like sheep. No, despite all these things, overwhelming victory is ours through Yahweh Shai, who loved us, and I am convinced that nothing can separate us from the Most High's love, neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor demons, neither our fears for today, nor our worries about tomorrow, not even the powers of hell, all right, which is Esau, the powers of uh captivity. Okay, the rulers of this current age, which is our captivity, our hell, okay, or either the grave itself, either one. All right. Not even the powers of hell can separate us from the Most High's love. No power in the sky above or in the earth below. Indeed, nothing in all creation will ever be able to separate us from the love of the Most High that is revealed in Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, our Lord. Okay, and that Yahweh Shah's second coming, the Most High's love is going to be revealed. Okay, on a whole nother level. All right, and the token of that is we're going to be changed. So even those that die, all right, they're going to be raised up immortal. Okay, and that's the love of the Most High that He has for His people. He's going to show that through His Son Yahweh Shai. As He showed, all right, through sending Yahweh Shai for a sacrifice, man. Okay, so going back to it, 1 Corinthians 15 and 36, it said, what a foolish question. It said, when you put a seed into the ground, it doesn't grow into a plant unless it dies first. And when you put, and it says, and what you put in the ground is not the plant that will grow, but only a bare seed of wheat or whatever, all right, you are planting. The Most High gives it the new body He wants it to have. A different plant grows from each kind of seed. Okay? And see, Yahweh Shai was the first of His kind, to have that glorified body. All right? But what? He had to die first. He had to physically die. And He was resurrected in that new body. And that was a shadow for all of us. Remember, He was the first fruits were represented that all of the harvest was going to come. Okay? So there's an elect, okay, that the Lord is going to bless with those glorified bodies. Yahweh Shai was a token of that. Okay, even when you go here, because when you understand, a little bit about agriculture, you have to get life from death. When you go here to John 12 and 24, it says, I tell you the truth, unless a kernel of wheat is planted in the soil and dies. Okay, so even new life, all right, dealing with agriculture, crops. Okay, well, there has to be a process of death. Okay, so I tell you the truth, unless a kernel of wheat is planted in the soil and dies, it remains alone. But its death will produce many new kernels, a plentiful harvest of new lives, man. So Yahweh, this is Yahweh Shai speaking. Okay, because you read verse 23, say Yahweh Shai replied, now the time has come for the Son of Man to enter into His glory. Okay, and before He entered into that glory, He had to be put to death, and that was symbolic for us. All right, those that will die spiritually in this world. That old man will die, and that new man will be resurrected in Yahweh Shai, and we will be changed. Okay, will be likened unto Yahweh Shai, the first of his kind. We're gonna get those glorified bodies. And then it also shows that even in actual death, okay, the believers are going to be raised immortal. You see, but the process of death has to happen. All right. So we die to this old man to obtain immortality, man. This ain't light. What we doing ain't light, man. Okay. And like I say, Yahweh Shai was the first, okay, of his kind. Okay. And now we're getting ready to be harvested as immortals, man. Yahweh Shai is coming to harvest immortals when he comes back. You see, he's coming to get the rest of the harvest. Okay. Of those that's going to have those glorified bodies, man. Okay. And that's why he says this. Verse 25, those who love their life in this world will lose it. So you are hanging on to your life in this world. You're entangled. You can't die to your life in this world. Okay. Those who care, all right, said those who love their life in this world will lose it. Okay. So you can't die now. Okay. Well, you're going to just physically be out of there with no hope of the resurrection. Okay. But those who care nothing for their life, you see that? Died to this world. Those who have died to this world care nothing for this life, have checked out. Okay? Those who care nothing for their life in this world will keep it for eternity, which we're going to be changed to immortals. You see, if your end all be all of this current situation, you're not built to be changed. You don't have the mind, all right, the belief it takes to be changed. Okay, because if we really believe that we're getting new bodies and throne of David's going to be established, joint heirs, if we believe these things, this life means nothing to us, man. This current situation means nothing to us, man. Okay, and that's why more and more, all right, we spend our time in this current situation, all right, investing in immortality, man, investing in eternity, man. Okay? It said, those who love their life in this world will lose it. Those who care nothing for their life in this world will keep it for eternity, man. So you're trying to hang on, trying to hang on to this life, trying to salvage this life on this side. Okay? You're trying to fix up something that's temporal. Okay? We put off that temporal way of thinking. Okay? Now we have a mindset of the immortal. Okay, that's why when you go here to 2 Corinthians 4, St. Corinthians 4, all right, and 17 said, for our present troubles are small and won't last very long. Okay, this is temporal. We have to understand this is a temporal situation. That's why we can't get carried away in this life, man. There's certain things that we maintain and, we uphold and, certain obligations we have, man. We can't get too entangled, get too caught up and carried away in this, man. Okay? It says, yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever. Okay, so these little present trials that we're going through, we're being tried. Our faith is being tried. Our patience, our endurance is being tried. But what are they producing? Yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever, man, an eternal reward. You see? So we put out this world for a time, we're going to be rewarded forever, man. You see, we're really going to get to enjoy the earth in those new bodies, man. Right now, this ain't it, man. Okay, this is the worst case scenario for Israelite men, the sons of God. We look at ourselves as the sons of God, and you look at this life, what you can get into in this. It's like, man, Nah, man, we gonna really enjoy the earth and those new bodies and rulership, man. And this gonna be forever. Okay, this ain't the play. Okay, this is not the play, man. All right. So reading on said, for our present troubles are small and won't last very long, yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever. So we don't look at the troubles we can see now, rather we fix, okay, our gaze on things that cannot be seen. Okay, so we're not, let's say entangled or overly concerned about these things right now. Certain things gonna be what it is, man. We gonna be delivered. All right. We're still having bills and more mad and pouting about something. Yeah, we're gonna be delivered in the midst of all this shit, man. I'm gonna feel some type of way about what you did a month and a half ago. You can't let it go. And you see, Xfinity send you a mail, you know, a letter in the mail. We're gonna get delivered out of all this, man. Do what you gotta do, man. Don't burden yourself with this side, man. Do what needs to be done. Be a responsible adult. Do what you can, you know. But we fix our gaze on things that cannot be seen. You see, we're visionaries, man. Okay, and as we truly believe, you see, the more we believe, man, the more that we die to this world and become alive in Yahweh, man. For the things we see now will soon be gone. It's different, be over with. Anything that you can invest into this side, you can be obsessed with it and pour into it, man. It's going to be gone. Okay, but the things we cannot see will last forever, man. The things that we cannot see, okay, will last forever. Okay, so the Heavenly Father, He has this thing planned out, okay, to the which that those of the elect, okay, will die to this world in preparations, okay, of the world to come, immortality, man. Okay, so let's go back to First Corinthians. All right, First Corinthians 15. So Yahweh Shai, he's the first of his kind. Okay. And he represents, the rest of the elect is going to be changed. Okay, into those glorified bodies, man. So back in 1 Corinthians 15, 39, it says, similarly, there are different kinds of flesh, one kind for humans, another for animals, another for birds, and another for fish, So every, animal, has their own kind, their own species. You see how Shai, he represents a new species, okay, of immortals that's going to be in the earth. You see? Israel is going to be a new species of immortals in the earth, man. Okay, we're going to be the only of that kind. No other nation is going to have that. Only Israel. Okay, only the seed of Israelite men is going to be able to produce other immortals. Okay, it says there are also bodies in the heavens and bodies on the earth. Okay, the celestial and terrestrial. Okay, the glory of the heavenly bodies is different from the glory of the earthly bodies. All right, and we're going to have the glory of both. Okay, we're going to have the glory of both, man. The unlimited energy and complete obedience of the celestial. Okay, but able to enjoy the pleasures of the earth. That's why I say, man, whatever we lacking on this side, man, we're going to get it in abundance in that new body, man. We good, brothers. It said the sun has one kind of glory, while the moon and the stars have another kind, and even the stars differ from each other in their glory. In the same way, with the resurrection of the dead, our earthly bodies are planted in the ground when we die. but they will be raised to live forever. Okay, so those that die in Yahweh they're gonna be raised immortal, you know, and those that are alive are gonna be changed. You see, to those glorified bodies, man. You know, so whether we live or we die, it's for Yahweh and it's all a path to immortality, man. Okay, it says our bodies are buried in brokenness, but they will be raised in glory. They are buried in weakness, but they will be raised in strength, man. Okay, these new bodies are gonna be, oh man, you see, this is this, and see, this is way beyond this transhumanism bullshit Esau got going on. Okay, this is tacky. This Esau is nowhere near. Okay, he's not even the same arena of what we're finna get. Okay, that tech ass shit Esau got going on, that transhumanism and iron teeth and red, the eyes that he got to put, nigga put a Samsung camera, okay, for your eyes and the stiff ass robot, man. Nah, man. Okay, that's the biggest knockoff you can. The way he's trying to get to immortality, man, is a major knockoff, and it destroy you, man. His technology, it's not it doesn't sync with nature. It doesn't complement nature, man. It destroys you, man. This nigga put something in you and it's killing you, man. You go into those neural links and what it's doing to people's brains, and nah, man, nigga ain't got it, man. Just to put that out there, man. Okay, he's nowhere near. Okay, what we're finna get, and the Lord gonna do this for us in the twinkling of an eye. Esau done did all this research, and you see, put all this money into it, experiment on every goddamn thing, people, animals. All right, and this nigga ain't nowhere close, man. All right, this nigga be lying. 1 Corinthians 15:44 said they are buried as natural human bodies, but they will be raised in spiritual bodies. For just as there are natural bodies, there are also spiritual bodies, man. Okay? And it's those glorified bodies. Okay? So when you come, when you keep reading, it says the spirits, all right, the scriptures tell us the first man, Adam, became a living person. But the last Adam, that is, of Mashiach, is a life-giving spirit. See, Yahweh has the power in him to make more immortals. You see that? Adam, we fail, through disobedience. We fail and, we just start to become weaker and weaker throughout the ages in these decaying bodies. Okay? But Yahweh his obedience, the Heavenly Father granted him a life-giving spirit. He had the body to create more immortals. And that's what he's going to do with the first fruits and the rest of the elect. All right? He's going to create a batch, of immortals in the earth. And those immortals will be able to breed and create more immortals, man. You see? And that's the reward of his obedience, Yahweh's obedience. Okay? Adam brought death, was through disobedience. Okay? Through disobedience, and Yahweh brought life through obedience, man. So our faith and obedience is leading us into this life-giving spirit, which is Yahweh. Okay? Because even you go here, St. John 5, let's get this real quick. St. John 5. All right, and Yahweh explained. All right, Yahweh explained, I tell you the truth. The Son can do nothing by himself. He does only what he sees the Father doing. Whatever the Father does, the Son does also, man. Okay? So, Yahweh saying the Father, okay, create life, man. Okay? He seen the Father do some things, man. You see, and Yahweh Shai has been granted that power, okay, of what he's seen the Father do. Okay, so for the Father loves the Son and shows him everything he is doing. In fact, the Father will show him how to even, all right, how to do even greater works than healing this man. Yahweh Shai, oh, you think this son? Oh boy, you know Yahweh Shai was healing. Esau can't do that, man. Esau can't heal like Yahweh Shai was healing, man. Okay, that AI shit some bullshit, man. Esau technology some bullshit compared to the power. All right, we got coming, man, and the power of Yahweh Shai was displaying, man. That nigga ain't nowhere near, man. All them side effects and this shit tacky, shit works sometimes. Sometimes it's horrific. Even if it do work, it's still side effects on down, man. This nigga ain't got no power, man. Okay? This nigga Fisher Price. All right, play school, man. Okay? He can't even do what Yahweh Shai was doing, man. Back then in ancient Rome. Okay? Esau ain't hitting no shit, man. You know? It said, for the Father loves the Son and shows him everything he is doing. In fact, the Father will show him how to do even greater works than healing this man. Then you will truly be astonished. We finna see some things, man. All right? Even the power of the Lord gonna show to defend us in Jacob's trouble. We finna see some things, man. You know? Esau overrated, man. All right? He his own hype, man. This nigga overrated, man. I ain't impressed by this nigga, man. You know, there was a time you like, damn, this nigga got, man, this nigga ain't hitting no shit, man. Impressed by this nigga, nothing he got going on, man. What this nigga done did to the earth, the people, man. This nigga is Esau's a fuck up, man. Okay? Just done hyped himself up, man. All right? This nigga done ruined creation, man. You see? It says, it said we're gonna be truly astonished, you know, from this time of tribulation leading all the way up until we change, man. The Lord gonna show power, man. Okay? For just as the Father gives life to those he raises from the dead, so the Son gives life to anyone he wants. That life-giving spirit, Yahweh Shai is coming to give immortality. All right? To the elect, man, beginning with the first fruits, man. You know, brothers, just stay in good standings with Yahweh Shai. Okay? Stay in good standings with Yahweh Shai, man. That's the ticket, that's the golden ticket to everything, man. You know, don't get too caught up in nothing of this world, nothing of this age, that mortal shit. You know what I say? You gotta be responsible, handle your business, be proactive. You know, yada yada yada. You know what to do, shit. You know, but don't get so goddamn caught up to where it's hindering, okay, your office and your house shot, man. Motherfucker gonna always be proud. You ain't gonna please everybody. Matter of fact, you ain't gonna please too many people on this side. Okay? There's always something they can complain about, something you could have did better, and they felt some type of way about something. Lips will be poked out, and oh well. You know? We ain't here for that, man. All right? They let them figure that shit out, man. This is what we on. You know? This is what we on, man. All right? So go back to 1 Corinthians 15. All right? This is only for Israel, man. Okay? This is only for Israelites, what we're talking about, man. This ain't, you know, and the heathen has nothing to do with what we got going on. Okay? Tell them niggas to go, all right, work on their digital ID or something, man. This ain't for them. Okay? 1 Corinthians 15:46, it says, what comes first is the natural body, then the spiritual body comes later. Adam, the first man, was made from the dust of the earth, while Hamashiach, the second man, all right, came from heaven. Okay, so our first estate was these earthly bodies. Okay, which was prone to sin. So even though, you know, Adam got their breath. Well, he didn't have that body, okay, of obedience. He didn't have that glorified body. Okay, he had the way of righteousness. Okay, but the body, all right, the earthly body wasn't meant to hold up. Okay, to righteousness forever. The new body is. It says, while Yahweh Shah, the second man, came from heaven, earthly people are like, all right, it said, yeah, verse 48, earthly people are like the earthly man, and heavenly people are like the heavenly man. Just as we are now like the earthly man, we will someday be like the heavenly man. All right? You see? Because when you go here, let's get this. The scripture to prove. Okay, let's get 1 John 3:2. Get this in the KJV. It's 1 John 3:2. It said, beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, Yahweh Shai, we shall be like him. For we have seen, I said, for we will see him as he is. All right? You see that? Let's read this again. Beloved, now we are the sons of the Most High. We know we the sons of the Most High. You know, and there's another glory we got coming, man. And it doth not yet appear what we shall be. We can't see what we can't even fully explain what we're going to be. We can't see, we can't touch what we're going to be. Okay? But we know through faith, but we know that when he shall appear, Yahweh Shai, he coming with that glory. His reward is with him. We shall be like him. We're going to be changed. Okay? For we shall see him as he is, man. Ain't no goddamn heathen going to be up there with us, man. Okay? When we train, no heathen going to be around Yahweh Shai, man. Some heathen. All right? Some stray ass heathen up there on the chariot, man. Okay, around all this glory, man. Hell no, man. Hell wrong with you niggas, man. All right, and you people that believe that, man, they're still following, trying to make it look cute. No, man, no heathen gonna be up there amongst this glory, man. Okay, this was Israel only, man. Only of the elect gonna be on them chariots, man. Even not all Israel gonna be on them chariots, man. Only the elect is gonna have that glory of being changed, man. Getting those glorified bodies, man. Okay. And it says, and every man that have his hope in him purify himself, even as he is pure, man. So we hope in this, man. We begin to purify ourselves, man. Separate from this world more and more. Separate from people more and more, man. Separate from this thinking and this, you know. I'm always looking what can I change, man? What that old nigga, man? What can I let go that nigga was on, man? You know, just evaluating, man. Like, man, tapping into our power. Okay, so whosoever committed sin transgresses also the law. For sin is a transgression of the law, and ye know that he was manifested to take away our sins, and in him is no sin. Okay, so let's go back here. Go back to 1 Corinthians. Yeah, man, keep changing, man. You know, let this shit go, man. You know, you're letting go of death to grab hold of life, man. We ain't missing nothing. Okay. Verse 50, it says, 1 Corinthians 15:50 says, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither though corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed. Okay? So everyone's not going to die. So now he's going to the resurrection of those that die. But now he's saying, okay, everybody's not going to die. So those that remain, okay, at the coming of Yahweh are just going to be changed. Okay, and flesh and blood, all right, can't inherit the kingdom. And see, the kingdom begins on those chariots, man. Okay, our inheritance begins with on those chariots. Okay, so can't no mortals go on their chariot, man. Okay, no stray ass Moabite. Okay, nigga in some, a bubble jacket, some khakis and goddamn sketches, man. On the chariot, man. You goddamn crazy, man. Okay, and it says, "Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed." Okay, so all the elect are going to be changed, man. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we all shall be changed, man. Those that are physically dead in Yahushua, okay, and those that remain and are waiting Yahushua are going to be changed. Everybody going to be changed. And those that are dead, that are in the graves, all right, they're going to be on those chariots first, man. First class seat. That's why ain't no losing for the elect, man. And see, we're going to be changed in the twinkling of an eye. Things that these heathens, because all these heathens have tried to tap into immortality, man. Some form or some fashion, man. Especially Egypt, okay? Especially Egypt, man. Have tried to tap into immortality, man. Okay? For ages, these heathens have been trying to figure it out on the left hand side, man. The Lord gonna give it to us in the twinkling of an eye, man. And Esau gonna be so hurt in the kingdom that we gonna be immortals, man. I just watched that movie, Hurricane Carter, Denzel Washington, last night. All right, you had that Edomite that was just determined to see, Denzel's character, Reuben Hurricane Carter, to see him in prison and fail, man. Esau, he just didn't want to see, he went to the army, came back, got him a woman, was chilling. Esau came and messed that up. Then, uh, 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 as he became the world champion in boxing, okay, Esau planned to murder on him because he didn't want to see him do good, man. He just didn't want to see Jake do good, man. And the Lord finna change us to immortals right before these devils, man. Okay, and these devils, that's gonna be a torment in itself, even beyond the labor that these Edomites got to do in the kingdom. The fact that we're gonna be immortals on the earth, man, things that what they wish for, we're gonna be living out their blessing. Okay, Esau going to see the birthright that he sold for 1,000 years. He got to see us enjoying that birthright he sold, man. Okay, it says in a moment, verse 52, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we, all right, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality, man. We're finna put on that immortality. Okay? We're finna shed, okay, this mortal, corruptible flesh, man. Okay? Hey, we got some we got another glory, man. Way above this bullshit, man. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. Okay? You see that? Death is swallowed up in victory, man. Okay? Because why? The power of death is what? Sin. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. So since we're going to be changed, we're not going to be subjugated to death. We're going to be perfect. Okay? Because sin, that's where the decay begins. Okay? Things go into a degenerate state because of sin. Okay? The problem with the world is plagued with sin. Sin is a culture. Okay? So death is normal. Random death is just normal. Okay? You eat death. Okay? Marriage is death. Women, dealing with women is death. Okay? The air is death. Language is death, man. Conversations. Arguments, you die with argue. Everything is death here, man, because it's laden in sin. Okay? But as we're finna be changed, man, we're gonna have victory over death. Okay? Think about not to be worried about death, because in this society, you be cautious of every sound you hear. Like, what the fuck is that? You can't take a breath, man. You can't never just it's always, you see what this nigga on, what she on, what this nigga what watching, man. This ain't it, man. In this society, death is always a thought that's right there, like, damn, this could be it. This could be it. Like, god damn. That's torture, man. Okay. But Esau got it like this. 1 Corinthians 15:57 said, but thanks be to the Most High, which gives us the victory through our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. All right, so we have a victory through Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Okay, a victory over this whole beast system, victory over sin, victory, and that victory is life, man, entering into true life. Okay, entering into righteousness forever. And so he said, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding, okay, in the work of the Lord, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain, man. So we really, the more we believe in what we got coming, man, the more we tap in, man. The more we put off this world, all right, and put on, all right, because putting off the mortal and putting on the immortal begins now. We're transitioning now. The twinkling of an eye just gonna be the completion. Us being changed, and the twinkling of an eye is gonna be the completion of this transition. But we're transitioning now, man, as we believe, like, what we understand, what we're laboring for, man, for righteousness' sake, man. Okay, so Lord will, you brothers, all right, and you sisters are edified once again. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rukakadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations, and hopefully, shalom.